points and the race points. An impressive third place finish has really helped them out. In second place, we have NIMBY Ferrari, all the way from Oakland, California.
In third place, we actually have in third place is the Batmobile. Again, the Batmobile, nowhere near the fastest, but they do great in Moxie. They put on a bit of a show, and then it's all your votes that keep them up there in third place, even though they're sitting pretty back in, what, 7th? Yeah, moves them all the way up.
And the reason they're fighting for this, Patrick, is because we have these wonderful trophies that are going to go out to them tomorrow. They've been fighting all season long, since May, for this. These are the best teams that we have all together for New York. They are deciding the championship. Your best finishes over the regular race weekend are tallied up, and the top teams get invited to this race. All the points get reset to 0, and whoever takes the weekend takes the entire championship. And what do you get for it? For the best finishing points in race, just race points, you get the Chapman Cup. It's super, super serious and super boring. For the most votes, the voter's choice, the user's choice, is the Moxie Cup. Your votes will give this trophy to one of the teams out there. Quite hilarious. But it is with these both points combined that only one team will go home with the glorious Tesla Cup, which is modified every time by every champion, and things are added on forever. It's like the Stanley Cup, but it's actually much better for completely arbitrary reasons. So that's what's going on now. Let's see if we can get our track marshals ready. Do I have track marshals ready? Thumbs up from all the track marshals. Make sure they're paying attention. All right, drivers, are you ready? Have you checked all your transponders? Were they all blinking? Are they all happily blinking? Yes, there we go. You listened to me this time, yes. All right, so without much further ado, Patrick, I'm going to turn it over to you. And most importantly, fans, are you ready out there?
Fantastic.
All right, Patrick.
For countdown, I need everybody's help here.
Help along, everybody.
Prepare to race. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's go, 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 and Phantom Power Racing yet again!
And then Hack PGH skip behind. Oh no, Chibi Miku Van's got an electrical problem.
Oh no! Chibi Miku Van, that might throw a caution right away!
Come on.
Caution flag is out to get rid of Chibi Miku Van, stuck in the middle of the track. How unfortunate! Chibi Miku Van now having to be pulled off the track. Caution flag is out for Chibi Miku Van.
Miku Van.
Right off the bat.
Right at lap 1, not even lap 1, the start of the race. All right, there we go.
Take it all the way around.
Green flag when ready, then.
All right, Phantom's going to take the green this time by.
We're going to let Chibi carry off their car off to the pit lane.
They're under full caution, pulling back out.
Or Chibi.
And we're going to take green again this time by.
Couldn't even get a full lap in. Got to maybe 200.
I'm not sure what happened,
but
but
it's about 50 feet. I got 50 feet out of that.
But yeah, they'll need your Moxie points, folks. Chibi Miku Van's going to need your Moxie. This time by, the pace is going to pick up. They're going to take the green, and we're going to be back underway racing. Green flag is out for Phantom Power Racing. Second place, NIMBY, Ferrari, Hack PGH, Hack to the Future in third. And Batman in fourth place, under attack by the horse.
I think NIMBY passed Hack to the Future under caution. NIMBY needs to give that place back. Need to give that place back.
Yeah, that is definitely true, Patrick. I just noticed that myself. She's going to have to allow Hack to the Future back through. If she doesn't get this position back, they will get black flag. She has to let Hack PGH through now. She did pass under caution. Meanwhile, Phantom is taking advantage of this.
getting black flag.
She's going to get a black flag this time. She has to have PGH through, and she does.
There you go.
All right, half PGH in second now. But meanwhile, during that confusion, Phantom Power Racing is back with a vengeance, and now, learning from the lessons before under attack with cheating Niku Van, are trying to keep away. But right now, Back to the Future is starting to catch them.
They are. But they're getting flat traffic from Atomic Cheating and Iron Road.
That's right.
They squeeze through 3 abreast on the back straight.
And Eli's managing to get through despite that traffic. But Phantom is pulling away still. Is this possible retribution for earlier today when they lost to Nimby? But right now, that is definitely happening. And Phantom Power Racing is keeping the lead. Meanwhile, a little bit further down the path, we have Batman, who is battling a Lotosaurus Rex, which is trying to get Moxie, as much Moxie as they can. Meanwhile, Fubar Labs, also out there, currently in 6th place, right behind Lotosaurus Rex. But right now, it's Phantom and Hack to the Future.
Oh, the horse is scaring it there.
Horse is scaring it, letting the leader die, and keeping it together, looking for as much Moxie as they can.
On the 8th place there, holding off the Atomic Cheating.
That's actually really impressive because that car handles, well, like a horse.
Like a horse, really. I gotta tell you. You can't really, you gotta pull on its rein. Sometimes it has a mind of its own.
Lotosaurus Rex, every time out here, trying to keep pace, is currently in 5th place, ahead of Fubar Labs, and slowly catching up to the Batmobile. Oh! Caution flag is out for that.
They lost their battery there.
Wow, the horse lost some power. I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
They lost their 1 horsepower. Something broke off their car, perhaps. I think you're going to have to pull it off the track.
Yeah, it's taking a little extra time because that... Ladies, round of applause for Baltimore Burners and the Horses Iscariot. Their team is so far doing incredibly well because of Moxie. And right now, because of that lap incident, our cars are starting to bunch up. Go ahead and catch up to those leaders. If we can get that backpack to catch up to the leaders, we can take this green now. One more as they clear off the Jimmy Johnson car right now.
The Jimmy Johnson car is going to, and they stormtroopers change cars.
He's managed to keep out of the way.
Everybody's now bunched back.
Now that the Jimmy Johnson car has gotten out of the way, we can finally go back to green. We got there in the end, didn't we? We're going green this time by. Cars can now begin building up their pace yet again. This time by, the Batmobile is going to take the green. Phantom Power Racing, your leader. Back to the Future, 2nd place. Back to the Future is going to see if they can capitulate off this. All right, here we go. Deep right racing. Back to the Future. Seeing if they're getting closer to 2nd and 3rd place. Meanwhile, the Horses Iscariot trying to get back on the track.
It looks like they lost some of their steering, possibly.
They're going to have to clear it off of the track immediately. Meanwhile, Phantom Power Racing is keeping up, and Back to the Future and Nimby are battling back and forth now for 2nd place. Back to the Future on the inside. Nimby splices through, manages to pull it off. Back to the Future still holds it. They're back and forth now. outside. And now Nicky Ferrari sliding, trying to pull away, but Eli brings it back in the Hack to the Future car. Second place right now. Nicky Ferrari, third place to Hack to the Future. While Phantom Power Racing is sitting pretty, keeping out of trouble, and Chibi Nikuman is back out, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get your Moxie votes to help improve its position. And unfortunately, the Horses Iscariot not going to do it, not going to keep going, but it's going to try to get as much Moxie as it can.
15 laps in, halfway through.
We're halfway through, and it looks like Nimby Ferrari's starting to pull away from Hack to the Future. The question is, can Nimby Ferrari catch Phantom?
Can we go back in time and undo the mistake he did on turn 1?
Yeah. Phantom has a tremendous lead, but they need to keep on it because Nimby Ferrari just pulled one of its fastest laps just now and is only 1 second off the pace.
Perhaps Hack to the Future can go back to 1985 and prevent the driver from Nimby from ever being born.
I think it's the only way they're going to be able to get back at him. Because right now, Hack to the Future is fading while Nimby Ferrari is gaining. Look at the side right there. Meanwhile, Phantom is staying out of trouble and keeping it together. Definitely keeping it together. Lotosaurus Rex is also yet again in 4th place. Lotosaurus Rex is going for a double 4th place finish in this race. Meanwhile, Nimby Ferrari, it looks like Phantom Power Racing is starting to pull away yet again. Getting out of the traffic and keeping it together. That is what's keeping Phantom in this race and keeping them ahead. They're not going to make the same mistake they did earlier today. But meanwhile, Chibi Nikuman is slowly making its way back up. It's now in 10th place. If it can just keep going, it might be able to gather a few more positions and salvage this race.
10 laps to go, 10 laps to go.
With 10 laps to go, Chibi Nikuman could make a jump up to about 8th place, which will give it points that are crucial to the championship. That's why he's not giving up, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, he's not going to get him a race win, but he needs those points, so he's staying out there. Speaking of teams that are staying out there, Fubar Labs is having a very quiet weekend, but is currently in 5th place. Their pace is not bad. That green New Jersey car right there is doing fairly well in this race. Meanwhile, Charles is trying to make sure he can close the gap as much as he can and build up space, making a beautiful pass on Hack to the Future. Not for position, but definitely to help improve his stance.
Undoes a lap down.
Yes, he is up to 8th place now. That's the kind of stuff you have to do for the championship race. You can't simply give up. You have to go back out there and do your best. And that's exactly what Chibi Nikuman is doing right now. It was once in last place and now has crawled its way back up to 8th and is continuing to make ground. There's only so much ground you can make, though, especially with the pace being set by Phantom, who is 6 years later.
The Horses Iscariot doing a little percussive maintenance on their bumper there. They're going to need Moxie points in order to make up this race loss. Remember, they've got to vote for the Moxie. Where's that Moxie board? Do get in your Moxie votes. Only 7 laps left. Do get in your votes from the Moxie board.
Yep, that's only 7 laps left. That Moxie board is out there.
Moxie board underneath the Toyota tent, making its way back.
Yeah, it needs to make its way over to the other tent. Spread out, get as many votes as you can. Because right now, Phantom Power Racing is running away with it. They're keeping ahead really fast.
Right now, Jimmy Johnson had his best lap so far in 85 seconds. Sitting pretty in 11th place.
That is a stock power wheel. That gives you an idea of the performance differences between what they start with and what they finish with. Meanwhile, Miku Man putting on a show for the crowd, power sliding into turn 1. Still in 8th place. I don't think he's going to catch Iron Rose now. There's not much time, but he has improved his time and has improved his points. And right now, with just a few laps to go, we're down to 4 laps now. Phantom Power Racing is definitely holding it together and doing what they need to do.
Phantom giving high fives to the people in the crowd while racing.
I can see why he's giving high fives. He has a considerable lead over Nimby Ferrari.
Almost a whole lap.
Yeah, almost an entire lap. They definitely have changed the way this is going right now. Earlier today, we saw them go from first place to third. First place to second, and lost it multiple times and had to climb their way back.
That's right. It was a 3-person race there for a long time.
Yes. And now, all they had to do was stay out of trouble. With just a couple laps back.
Phantom even had Hack to the Future breathing down their neck for a couple laps. Hack to the Future almost focused on them. Last lap, last lap.
Oh. That's right, last lap for Phantom Power Racing, ladies and gentlemen. A tremendous return to form with Nimby Ferrari currently going for second place. But right now, Phantom Power Racing is the winner. Phantom Power Racing, first place, second, coming around right now. Nimby Ferrari, then Hack to the Future. Another third place for Hack to the Future. Third places for Hack to the Future and 2 fourth places for Milwaukee Makerspace. All the high fives he can.